And of course, a lot is happening in the country, politically, economically, and even in sports. Now, I'm here to bring you up to speed what's happening from across our 47 counties and, of course, across the borders. We've got plenty lined up for you, but first things first, here are the day's top stories. Tonight on EBN Prime Edition, former Bungoma Governor Wycliffe Wangamati to spend the night in police custody over 70 million graft case ahead of his arraignment in court on Tuesday.
Asubuhi napata mtoto kuliwa ndani ya choo, nachinyo kaa kuku, nikuuliza dana utiku.
Tumepatwa na hofu, tumepigwa na butua ya kwamba mtoto anaweza chinjwa kama mnyama. Tuko na hofu kama wazazi.
SDA school closed in Narok County after student found dead in the boys' washrooms.
Let us be logical. Yes, these are manually generated documents by my own handwriting.
Very well.
Which are subject to mistakes. I remember the
senior police officer overseeing the Central Police Station Macharia dismissed Ferham's cover-up claims in Rex Masai inquest.
Pasuka nikaambia alipelekwa kule Egerton, nikaenda huko nikamkuta vile alipopigwa risasi, ubongo ikimwagika huku nyuma.
Tunaomba amani,
tukubaliane saa moja kila mtu aende nyumbani.
And tensions continue to grip TPS area along the Nakuru-Narok border following renewed clashes between two rival communities. Right, our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Mondi. My name is Martin Macharia, and EBN Prime Edition starts now. Now, the Council of Governors has opposed the E-Procurement platform introduced by the National Treasury for use in government institutions. COG Chairperson and Wajir Governor Ahmed Abdullahi said counties will not adopt the platform until its functionality and efficiency are fully guaranteed. He noted that the platform is in its current state poses operational challenges that could disrupt service delivery. The COG further accused the national government of violating the constitution by infringing on the autonomy of county governments. The council argued that counties have the constitutional right to manage their own procurement process without undue interference. Take a look.
Article 6(2) of our constitution is not inferior to circulars issued by the National Treasury Minister. So he can't threaten us. If he's above the law, we'll know. He cannot threaten us that he's going to withhold money because you've told him the system that he has procured. I don't know where from.
and how much?
And how much, and whether it was still procured through process, is not working. If it's not working, it's not working. And no one can shove it down our throats. You must address the issues we're raising. And you must respect that we're two levels of government. And we're both a creation.
Right, at the same time, Kenya County Government Workers Union has expressed full support for President William Ruto's directive on electronic procurement, that is E-Procurement, urging governors to adopt the system swiftly to curb wastage of public funds and corruption. Speaking at a press briefing, Union Secretary General Robert Duba, flanked by National Vice Chairman John Nduda, and the National Treasurer Tom Kangede emphasized that e-procurement is highly efficient and essential for promoting transparency in county operations. The union also called for speedy and harmonized talks regarding the employment of doctors under the Universal Health Coverage, that is UHC program. Duba stressed that it is the right of doctors to be employed and urged the Council of Governors to coordinate with the national government on funding mechanisms, suggesting options such as the upcoming supplementary budgets.
We believe anything that will help the counties should be embraced, because we can see that they are saying it is a little bit hasty, mad, and we know what is also paining the national government, because the level of corruption everywhere, both national and down there, it's really disturbing. And we can understand why the president says we must do this, because it is believed, and we also believe it will help. It is a help both to the national government, county government, and to the citizen generally, because anything that can reduce corruption or bad behavior in the course of procurement will be useful to all of us. So we want to urge the Council of Governors to move, adopt it. We believe they are not saying it's not good. They are only saying that it's a little bit hasty, and this can be agreed and implemented. I think the government's concern is in good faith, and we support it, and we require the Council of Governors also to move in, to accept, because it will improve, it will help all of us. And I remember Council of Governors in the devolution conference talked a lot about the savage business of corruption in this country. It is terrible. And even if anything that will help them also to reduce this. You know?
SRC walitoa mwelekeo na mwongozo kuhusu nyongeza hii ya mishahara mwaka jana, na hii ikatimizwa katika national government. Wafanyikazi waliongezewa na wale wa counties hawajaongezewa mpaka wa leo. Na tunashangaa sisi kama chama ni kwa nini linatokezea saa hizi baada ya mwaka moja na kitu kupita. Ili hali hao magavana wote wamekuwa tu nchini Kenya, wamekuwa humuhumu na wamenyamaza, na sasa hivi ndio wanadai hizi hela. Kuna kaunti mingi Kenya, mshahara wa mwezi wa 6, wa 7 na 8, na sasa tumeanza mwezi wa 9. Wafanyikazi hawajapata pesa. Na hawakuongea leo waseme ni pesa hawajapewa na serikali kuu ama wamepewa na zikaenda wapi. Wafanyikazi wamefungiwa manyumba, wafanyikazi watoto wao hawajaweza kwenda shule, wafanyikazi katika counties wanakaa na wasiwasi kwa sababu loans zao na makato yao hajapelekwa mahali kule ambao inafaa.
Right, moving on to the corridors of justice, former Bungoma Governor Wycliffe Wangamati will spend the night in police custody ahead of his arraignment in court on Tuesday. Wangamati surrendered to the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, that is the EACC, earlier today, following summons after the Director of Public Prosecution, that is the DPP, approved graft charges against him and 17 others. According to the DPP, the charges stem from the alleged embezzlement of 70 million Kenya shillings in public funds through private companies linked to the suspects. Despite attempts to block his arraignment, Wangamati remained in custody as investigations continue. Meanwhile, Bomet Governor Hilary Barchok, who also was summoned in a separate matter, failed to secure court orders to stop his prosecution. Right, moving on, tensions continues to grip Tipi's area along the Nakuru-Narok border following renewed clashes between two rival communities. According to residents, several houses were torched overnight despite heightened security patrols in the region, with officers maintaining day and night surveillance. Elders from the warring communities have reportedly held a closed-door meeting in an effort to find a lasting solution to the unrest. Meanwhile, the dusk to dawn curfew imposed in Tipis and at the end of the tarmac stretch remains in force for the second week as authorities seek to restore calm.
Kati kulipopambasuka nikaambia alipelekwa kule Egerton, nikaenda huko nikamkuta vile alipopigwa risasi, ubongo ikimwagika huku nyuma. Tukaenda nikaandikiwa barua, nikaambia siku ya kesho niamkie niende kwa police station Mau.
Lakini sisi hapa tunaomba amani ipatikane. Sasa hii watu wengi wanaangamika sana, hawana chakula, hawana makao. Sasa tunaomba amani.
Tukubaliane saa moja, kila mtu aende nyumbani. Kuta ngali tunafungia. Pikipiki hizo endeni, lakini hii kuzurura hapa.
Right, moving on to some tragic story now. Education officials in Narok have shut down Seventh-day Adventist primary and secondary school following the mysterious death of a male student. Now the body, or rather the boy's body, was discovered under unclear circumstances with blood stains reportedly in several areas of the school, particularly in the boys' washrooms where he was found lifeless. Speaking at the institutions, Narok County Director of Education Apollo Apuko urged parents to remain calm and allow the government time to conduct their investigations into the incident. The body of the deceased has been moved to Narok Level 5 Referral Hospital Macharia as investigations continue.
Leo asubuhi napata mtoto kuliwa ndani ya choo. Na chino kaa kuku. Nikuuliza dana usiku kuamkia leo. Kukuulize hii shule ni bondi ama ni ya tondo? Dom ni nakaaje?
Hapa ni jirani yangu hii shule. Na tumeshangaa usiku mzima kuna kitu tumesikia wala ndulu ama nini. Tumepatwa na hofu, tumepigwa na butua ya kwamba mtoto anaweza chinjwa kama mnyama. Tuko na hofu kama wazazi. Na tunaongelesha nchi nzima, tuko tayari tunaro kukushikana, tuwe sisi wenyewe ndio tutakuwa tunalinda. Lakini tuko na swali ambaye inatukita mizizi ya kwamba hatukuelewa na hatukuitwa, mtoto anachinjwa, anakufa, anaaga. Kwa hivyo tunaomba serikali yetu ambaye iko kwa kiti iweze kutusaidia, tushikane pamoja, tuweze kujua mwenye kutenda hiki kitendo. Matron mwenye analala na watoto, mtoto mmoja anawezaje akatolewa? Tuko na hofu na tuko na maswali ambaye ieleweki, lakini itaeleweka.
Tunaomba ya kwamba serikali yetu washukue hatua ya uchunguzi ya ndani mpaka tujue jinsi vile hii mambo imefanyika.
According to what we've gathered, ni kwamba the young boy had been killed, had actually been found murdered katika kitanda, and from what we also gathered ni kwamba the incident might have happened at night, maybe towards the morning hours. And it's so unfortunate because it is such a rare incident that has never happened in this county and also in this town. As we are talking right now, the body has been taken to mortuary for the young man. Together with us, we've got some other leaders who are here. We have the Director of Education who is here. And what again, we found out that this school has not been registered as a boarding school. It is actually registered as a day school. So, number one, that's one big mistake. We've been told all have been arrested, plus including the head teacher. And we have decided from now going forward, this school has been officially closed.
Any boarding section is an illegal entity, and we've seen a lot of blood. And the boy is in the mortuary as we are speaking now. So we are closing this school today, and on Monday we don't expect any student to be here, and we'll leave that to the DCI to investigate.
Right, quite an unfortunate story right there. Moving on to the corridors of justice, a senior police officer overseeing the Central Police Station, Amori, has rejected allegations of the cover-up in the firearms register during the ongoing Rex Masai murder inquest. Frederick Okapesi testified that while the register contains errors, the inconsistencies were not intended to conceal the truth. He explained that the documents are manually generated, making them prone to mistakes. Okapesi added that when genuine errors occur, officers are permitted to use correction methods such as striking through entries or applying a black wash. Also testifying in court, a government chemist analyst confirmed that the DNA profile obtained from samples collected at the shooting scene matched that of Rex Masai. The inquest is set to resume on 15 September 2025, with 6 additional witnesses scheduled to testify.
I have used the whiteout for the purpose of correction. For the correction.
And that is
any other thing.
Okay.
Because maybe somebody might say, no, why only this date?
So
I've used it. Your Honor.
So what I'm saying,
Your Honor, let us be logical.
Yes.
These are manually generated documents by my own handwriting.
Very well.
Which are subject to mistakes. I remember the time President Uhuru Kenyatta, when he was the Minister of Finance, there was computer error.
Yes.
Right, still in the corridors of justice, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, that is ODPP, has indicated its intention to withdraw corruption charges against former Migori Governor Okoth Obado. The move comes as the ODPP, in collaboration with the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, that is the EACC, requested a 1-month adjournment to allow ongoing negotiations aimed at reaching an out-of-court settlement through plea bargains to conclude. Now, the court was informed that both parties are engaged in advanced discussions and require additional time to finalize the agreements. Obado, 4 of his children and several co-accused are implicated in a corruption case involving 505 million Kenya shillings. However, the EACC has clarified that it has signed any plea bargain agreement, signaling that the talks are still in progress and no formal settlement has been reached. Right, it is exactly 15 minutes past the top of the hour. We are due for a short commercial break here on EBN Prime Edition, but we'll be back with much more. Right, welcome back. Moving on, leaders of the Gikuyu, Embu, Meru Association, that is GEMA, has declared their unwavering support for President William Ruto ahead of the 2027 general elections, ruling out any alliance with the opposition camp led by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Speaking at a GEMA forum held at Khadija Primary School in Nyali, Mombasa County, the leaders resolved to actively spearhead Ruto's re-election campaign across the country. Tigania East Member of Parliament, that is Lawrence Mpuru, Aburi, and Igembe North Member of Parliament, Julius Taitumu Manaiba, who led the forum, noted that their community had benefited significantly under Ruto's administration. They cited that appointment of Interior Cabinet Secretary, that is Kipchumba Murkomen, as community's inclusion and influence in government. Take a look.
Mnaona kiongozi anatoka Kenya, anaenda Amerika, anaongea na wenzao. Na mimi nimeamua kuzunguka Kenya mzima nikiunganisha Wameru. Hebu nipigieni makofi. Ya kwamba nilisema sina mtoto wa mgongo wala wa tumbo. Sina mtoto aliye na mate wala makamazi. Wote nitasema nitaunganisha. Na vita yenu ndio vita yangu nikiwa kiongozi wa Wameru. Na sisi Wameru tuko kwa serikali. Mwaka 1960s waliongoza nchi hii alikuwa ni Mkikuyu. Hatikuambiwa tutoke kwa serikali. Ikachukuliwa na Kibaki miaka 10. Meru akuambiwa atoke kwa serikali. Ikachukuliwa na Uhuru Kenyatta miaka 10. Meru akuambiwa atoke kwa serikali. Ikachukuliwa na Gachagua miaka 2. Meru akuambiwa atoke kwa serikali. Wakati ule imechukuliwa na mtoto wetu Kithure Kindiki, ndio sisi tuambiwa kwamba tutoke kwa serikali. Mtakubali? 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 Sisi hatuwezi kubali kutoka kwa serikali ya William Samoei Ruto tukiwa Wameru. Tunasema kwamba tumeungana kitu kimoja, ya kwamba hakuna mseso yoyote. Tunajua kwamba William Ruto akipata kiti 2027 na Kithure Kindiki akiwa naibu wake 2032 atakuwa rais wa nchi Profesa Kithure Kindiki. Na kwa Kimeru inasema kwamba kirikemushie getiago tatia ngwale gante kwaria ningire ni mpeni mbiko moreo ya kwamba siasa ya ukabila tutaki, siasa ya Mount Kenya tutaki, siasa ya Dhore tutaki, siasa ya Ngage tutaki, siasa ya Nyambene tutaki. Sisi tunataka siasa ambaye hauna ukabila wowote. Mombasa si wa Meru, Mombasa si wa Kisii, Mombasa si ya Njaluo wala wa Kikuyu. Mombasa ni ya Wakenya. Meru ni ya Wakenya, Kikuyu ni kwa Wakenya, Kisumu ni ya Wakenya, Malindi ni ya Wakenya. Na ndivyo nasema kwamba huyu ni mtoto wetu, huyu ni mtoto wetu Kitonga, na Kitonga ni Mwenyezi Mungu ametunukia nyinyi baraka aweza kuinua nyinyi wa Meru.
Right now, away from matters politics, junior secondary school teachers under the Kenya Junior School Teachers Association have just have called for full autonomy from primary schools, urging the government to manage junior schools independently with their own boards and heads. Speaking during a press briefing, Kejutsa interim national chairman, that is James Odhiambo, said that over 72,000 junior school teachers have faced systematic challenges for nearly 3 years, including lack of professional identity and clear career progression and inadequate administrative support. Odhiambo further stressed that grade 7, 8 and 9 are equivalent to lower secondary levels of grades 10, 11 and 12, and where there is no reason why junior schools should not operate independently.
Hatuhusishwi katika masuala ya kuendesha shule za junior school, kwa sababu unaona ya kwamba mwalimu mkuu ni wa primary, naibu wake ni wa primary, senior teacher ni wa primary. Ukienda hata kwa mchezo, viongozi wote wa michezo, mwenyekiti ni wa primary, na naibu wake primary, treasurer primary, secretary primary. Walimu wa junior school wameachwa tu hapo kama wanafunzi wao. So hatuhusishwi katika masuala ya kuendesha elimu pale shuleni. Na pia kuongezea katika masuala ya BOM, kwa sababu junior school iko chini ya primary, inaonekana ya kwamba ni BOM moja, one board of management is manning both the primary and the junior school.
Wizara ya Elimu na TSC iweze kuangalia maslahi ya mwalimu wa junior secondary, mwalimu ambaye aliserve kama intern miaka 2 ama mwaka 1 na sasa ameajiriwa kama mwalimu wa PNP, na bado kutoka job group ya C2 ama C1 kwenda nyingine, sheria ambayo iliwekwa kitambo ya kwamba aserve miaka 3 inamdhulumu huyu mwalimu, kwa sababu tayari yeye ashafundisha miaka 2, mwaka 1, tuanze kuhesabu kutoka hapo. Hiyo sheria ibadilishwe, kama internship program itabaki kuwa sheria. Lakini pia tunaomba kwamba mwalimu wa JS apoe fursa sawasawa ya kuendelea in terms of career progression. Kama mwalimu ako job group ya C3, hizi promotions ambazo zimekuja sasa ambazo zinalenga walimu wa primary school na senior school teachers peke yake, walimu wa JSS tunasema kwamba tuko na haki pia sisi tupatiwe fursa kama hiyo. Without autonomy, the competency based education and training risks being diluted and leaving learners vulnerable to mismanagement. Reason number 4 why we're also pushing for autonomy is to identify governance. Autonomy will grant junior school teachers and learners a distinct identity within the education system.
Right, now let's get sporty. And more golfers confirmed their places for the upcoming NCBA Golf Series Grand Finale after strong performances at the recent qualifying event held over the weekend at Mombasa Golf Club. Gabuk Singh emerged as the overall gross winner with a score of 77, securing his ticket for the main event scheduled for Muthaiga Golf Club in November. In Division A, George Githinji claimed victory with a score of 72, playing off a handicap of 8, while Victor Simbi edged out Martin Wahome for second place on the countback after both returned 73. In Division B, Clifford Tolo impressed with a remarkable 64 to take top honors, followed closely by Sir Macharia, that is 65, and George Mokaya, 71 in that. Division C saw Salim Taib victorious with 69, while Vincent Muriungi with 70 and Paul Munya with 71 finished second and third respectively. Singh, Gidinji, Tolo and Taib join other golfers who have already booked their places for the Muthaiga showdown. Right, still matters golf. Kenya's top amateur golfer John Lejrima and Royal Nairobi Golf Club is set to test his skills against Africa's elite professionals at the Sports Biz Africa Golf Championship, the fifth leg of the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing, scheduled for 3rd to 5th September at the Kigali Golf Resort and Villas. Lejrima, a standout performer on the swing so far, hopes his preparation and experience from previous tournaments will help him compete strongly in a field of seasoned professionals from across the continent. He recently finished second at the Ruiru leg, where he pushed veteran Dismas Indiza to a dramatic playoff, further cementing his reputation as one of the East Africa's brightest golfing prospects. Right, moving on, Kenya's running CEO, that is Joe Sang, has officially launched the Joe Sang Foundation, a charitable initiative aimed at raising funds to support the education of underprivileged children across the country. The launch coincided with Sang's announcement and that will attempt a sub-3-hour finish at the BMW Berlin Marathon on September 21st to boost fundraising for the foundation. Now, the Kenya Pipeline Company Managing Director was joined by Cabinet Secretaries James Mbadi for Treasury and Migos Ogamba for Education, as well as Petroleum Principal Secretary Mohamed Liban at the event. Now, the foundation has set an ambitious target of raising 200 million Kenya shillings, with half of this amount expected to before Sang runs in Berlin. Hailing from Kericho County, a region renowned for producing Kenya's athletics legends, the 50-year-old marathoner previously clocked 3 hours and 7 minutes at the Chicago Marathon in 2024. He recently achieved a personal best of 1 hour, 31 minutes and 4 seconds at the Nairobi City Marathon, running alongside training partner John Terrer, who will also join him in Berlin.
In 3 weeks' time, when Joe is running in Berlin, we will organize a big watch party in Eldoret. This time we will do it with a special focus also on the launch of the Joe Sang Foundation, to raise awareness, to raise money also to support the youth in the area. And I see this partnership as the beginning of a long and joint journey. And I would ask all of you to open also your pockets to help to bring together the endowment money for this foundation.
So you have started a good cause that you will be rewarded handsomely. Those of us who are Christian, who believe in the Christian faith, know that your reward is not here on earth. I want to just conclude by saying, you know, I saw that Mzee, how happy he is, and he's praying for you. I am today a Seventh-day Adventist because of something like that.
I'm truly humbled and excited to stand before you today on what is really a very special day for me, and I hope for the lives of many others. Today, we gather here not only to launch the Joe Sang Foundation, but also to send me off on a journey that is very personal. My participation in the BMW Berlin Marathon 2025, happening on the 21st of September 2025. Allow me to start by sincerely thanking each and every one of you for creating time to be with us this morning. Your presence not only motivates me, but affirms the vision that I'm setting out is not mine alone, but one that resonates with all of us who believe in the power of compassion, community, and shared humanity.
My parents only paid school fees for the first term in Form 1. And for 6 years, I was a beneficiary of support from well-wishers, including His Excellency President Daniel Arap Moi the late. That is why when I was invited, I said it is important for people to know that sometimes without support from such organizations and well-wishers, some of us, or most of us, would not be where we are today.
Right, it is exactly 32 minutes past the top of the hour. That's not to wrap up our program here on EBN Prime Edition. Many thanks, of course, your feedback here on our SMS line, of course, on Facebook. We do appreciate your feedback. Many thanks, of course, keeping us company until this particular minute. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Laura Omondi. My name is Martin Macharia. I do have myself a good night. And as always, let's do this again when God says we do.